going right into Vucevic, who's playing drop coverage off Andre Drummond. He doesn't have to worry about Drummond picking and popping. What a great cut.
Brown the flush on the delivery from White.
I love it. And just hung up.
Newsflash, they don't.
They don't.
Trying to escape George. Brown forces it up and off. Drummond the rebound to get ahead. Deflected by Brown. Brown an open three. Is good. Brown again gets to the rack. He's averaging 35 a game. Led NBA rookies a minute, so pretty good. Brown able to snake his way inside. 19 for Jaylen Brown. Vucevic hauls it in on the glass after Brown's work.
So many versatile defenders. They're on a string.
Brown, too easy. Brown looking for a little more. On the drive, the fade. He got it.
But he and Jason Tatum, what they've combined for 55 in this game.
Brown nuzzles, fades, and hits. Philadelphia without Joel Embiid after his appendectomy. Still recovering, not ruled out for the series. Brown able to hit, fading away. Brown accelerates, Euros, and floats it in. Acrobatic finish from Jaylen Brown.
Try to run him off the line. He just sidesteps a three.
Brown, little fade, nails it. Trying to escape George. Brown forces it up and off. Drummond the rebound to get ahead. Deflected by Brown. Brown an open three. Is good. Here's Maxey dancing, dishing. George 5 to shoot. Had it deflected. White on the grab. Celtics running. Tatum skirts in.
Cooper Flagg's team, he's a lot better than I thought he was going to be. Oh, Jaylen Brown feeling up.
You look back at the baseline official. It'll be Brown. And he's going to the line looking for the 4-point play.
For the 13th time this season. Still more than 3 minutes until half, and Jaylen Brown is cooking him.
Yeah.
Just like the mullet. You gonna grow a mullet in the playoffs?
We need the people who do the emoji and put a little piece of tape on that thumb.
Brown gets 2 more, up to 7.
Good hands. Loon's got to watch it, though. Easy takeaway. We saw that earlier.
James Borrego compared him to Bruce Bowen.
Oh, I can see that.
James Borrego was an assistant with the Spurs for a long time as Brown just ahead of steam to the basket.
Jaylen Brown scoring on 3.
The 4th team in NBA history to start 0-3 and then win at least 55 games. Brown with a nifty finish.
Wait, say that.
There is Brown. Little block work. Poole pulled the chair on him. Brown might have gotten away with a walk, but he lays it in.
Oh, there's JB.
Brown with the steal. Walsh riding shotgun. JB takes it himself and banks it home.
He is LaMelo. He's not Melo, people. There's only one Melo. He's in our studio right now.
That's right.
Jaylen Brown rattles it home. Brown, Tatum, Vucevic, Walsh, and Derek White. It's Jaylen Brown. It's a three. Tatum outside. Hauser again. Rebound. Nipple couldn't grab it. Brown looking to take advantage. And he does. Brown attacks. Brown finishes. Boston has flipped that script. Now 16 of 40 from 3. It's Brown. It's another bucket. Jaylen Brown playing like an MVP candidate. For Moussa Diabate, they go with 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Brown across, shifty. Brown, a tough bucket. Jaylen Brown. 5 seconds left. Brown with 3. Brown makes a move with 1, floats it up, and he gets the roll. Instead, it's Brown. Switch with Kneppel. Back down. 7 versus 7. And the fader goes. Brown off the screen. Into the rookie. Oh, he fends off on Kalkbrenner and puts it home. Screen from James. He's got the last 7, but he turns it over. White, bounce, Brown, spin, Brown, score!
That play all made because of the hustle of Jordan Walsh.
Vucevic so far 0 for 3 in this game. He's going to back down the rookie Kalkbrenner. Couldn't find space. Bounce it for Brown. Euro step and a tough finish. Little extra sauce for Jaylen Brown. ACC All-Defensive Team, as mentioned last year, averaged 14 points per game in his final season at Tulane, but shot a career high 41% from 3.
And Pat Connaughton was there as well. He's also involved with shooting touch. Arlington native.
Oh, that's blocked.
That's a block by Brown on ball.
This is an all-female broadcast. We want to go.
Jaylen driving on Scotty Barnes.
Oh!
At the buzzer. And I don't see them letting it go.
Gotta get it done.
Peyton Pritchard in the 4th quarter on the floor along with the Jays, Derek and Nimi.
Touch the earth. And one. And that's where Scotty Barnes is at his best, where he's getting into the lane and going to the basket as JB goes in for another rim running layup.
RJ trying to stay with him. JB
said block that. Block that.
And that was a big part that led to their efficiency in the last 2 games. They've been phenomenal in the 1st quarter. Still trying to find some rhythm here in this game. Jaylen Brown taking it himself. I think that will help.
And that's another thing that's such a valuable position in the NBA as a stretch 4 who's able to not only stretch the floor, but get in there and rebound as well, which he's been better at.
Open things up for a guy like JB who has no problem driving baseline. Jaylen Brown. Scotty got a hand on it.
2 for 1.
2 for 1, Ashley. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Gotta go fast. Oh. Peyton Pritchard on the floor.
Oh, got it back. Okay, no, box out the shooter.
They sleeping.
Absolutely. This is one of those things where you think you're weak at, you have to do it by committee. JB getting in there.
Oh, my goodness. I need to like that. What you like? Ashley's rocking her Zenny glasses.
I got some Zennies right here, and you know what? Because my boy Sam does the commercials, and he's always like, clear vision is everything.
Peyton from the elbow. Gets his own rebound, almost. RJ Barrett comes up with it, pushes it up. Ashley. Celtics have pushed this lead up to 16. And I don't see them letting it go.
Gotta get it done. All right, about 3.5 left to play here in the 1st half. Just joining us, the Celtics had another big 1st quarter. This guy is starting to heat up a little bit. 13.
Defending Peyton Pritchard, but just as good at knocking down that open 3-point shot.
You know what? He can drive, but he can hit the 3-pointer too. Let's not forget about that.
He's been playing out of his mind, rebounding and 20-plus double-doubles. Smooth.
Brown, like I said, kind of hunting down his average here.
Look, I'm not trying to be disingenuous enough to think they're going to get back in this game playing this way, but you like to see a team not just quit altogether as Jaylen Brown once again.
Late scratch, Kevin Porter Jr., Giannis, and Bobby Portis. And Brown from your way.
Who had the nerve to ask Princess Stephanie to dance? See, that was a tiger.
Oh, shoulder shake there for Brown. Knocks it in. And
you call him a guard, it's because Tatum is your other small forward out there.
Exactly.
That's nice footwork.
Yeah. The reverse falls, I said that makes me nervous.
Do a lot of damage on the offensive glass.
13 points, he's only missed 1 shot. Of course, he's taken almost every shot in the restricted area. His teammate.
Well, there you go, Scal with the execution.
Yeah.
Right out the shoot. The Celtics had 53 points in the 1st quarter. Shovels to Brown with a shot clock at 5. Brown doubled, gives it up. White a clear path to the hoop. And the bank drops for Derek White.
You're spaced. It's 5 out. Create an advantage and then get a shot.
Brown rises up. Drains a three-pointer. 29 for Jaylen Brown.
These teams are combined 13, 14 for 20 from 3.
Wow, Jaylen Brown, how did he get to the corner off the bounce? Brown with a jab step. Wiggins an excellent defender. Jaylen Brown drills the triple. He's got all 7 for Boston. Ware penetrating. Loose ball. Jaquez saves it. Tipped by Shireman. Being chased by Smith behind the back. And then a behind the back jam. Brown keeps the dribble, gets into the lane, and the bank shot falls. He's got 22 now. Brown goes and gets it from Queta. Brown again attacking and lays it in. Jaylen Brown with 15 in the first quarter. Brown looking for more. Sidestep 3. Another one for Jaylen Brown. That was tough.
Good defense by Mitchell.
Brown on the step through, got caught in the air, and hits again. 36 for Jaylen Brown. Boston already in triple digits.
You did not play for a full year. It will take a little bit of time.
And that's all it took was a little bit of time, because he's playing like that now as Jaylen Brown is up to 34. And now we see a three-pointer. Brown draws the contact, count the basket, and one, and then he screams to the crowd. Tatum will be defended by Larson, the second-year pro out of Arizona. Brown got the defender off his feet, hangs in the lane, and gets the first points for the Celtics. Miami is 6 of 9. Boston is 6 of 7 from the floor. Brown working on Mitchell, spins on him again down the lane, and another reverse layup for Jaylen Brown, who's got 13. He had made his first 3 shots from the floor. Brown really aggressive, again driving deep and laying it up and in. He has all 11 for Boston.
Wiggins has shot a career high from deep. So good start for him. Does he become more aggressive because of it?
Brown again gets to the basket.
So Dave.
See Nikhil Alexander-Walker celebrate.
Third 3 for Nikhil. Jaylen firing and hitting.
Oh, back-to-back threes by Jaylen Brown.
Lost the rebound. Over to Brown. Down to 2:45 to play. Jaylen's 3 is good.
And a big bucket by Jaylen Brown.
22-19 in favor of the Celtics. Jaylen Brown takes his first 3 of the night and knocks it down. Over to Jaylen Brown. 5:15 left. Nikhil can't stop Brown. He takes it to the goal and jams it.
That's one of the things you allow him to be able to get downhill and build up speed.
Brown gets it back. Jaylen creates space. 16-footer, good! And a foul on Nikhil.
Wow, what a bucket by Jaylen Brown. A little step back.
A screen for Brown. Dyson Daniels recovers to get in front of him, but can't stop the mid-ranger. Kuminga now is the man on Jaylen Brown. Pushes him aside and fires.
You cannot give Brown that much airspace.
Screens for Jaylen. Gets it back in the roll, deflected, picked up by Garza.
Hawks got to do a better job with their...
Right back to Tatum. He is operating. Hand on the wheel of this Celtics offense. Skip it over to Brown. Yes, sir! J to J for 3. It's also his 65th consecutive road game with at least 20. Oh, my goodness! Jaylen Brown detonates on the Thunder. Under 3 to play. Brown, attack mode, got it to go. And they don't have stars around him. That's how you get the championship last year as Brown drops it in off glass and one. A late whistle gives Brown a chance at one more. Final minute. Brown that low dribble, the step through, the shot goes. Jaylen Brown might have just put the nail in the coffin. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander returns for OKC. Jaylen Brown also in the game. Goes up, gets fouled, basket counts, and one.
for Jaylen Brown. By the way, that touche Gilgeous-Alexander thing, you know who came up with that? No. Bill Chisholm.
Touche.
Yeah.
Oh, touche.
Yeah. That's it. That's his line. Brown, nice move. Steps through and scores.
That was amazing.
Also top 2 in scoring defense. Pritchard pesters Williams. Leads to a steal for Brown. Right to the rack for his first 2.
A little bit of defense turning in some easy buckets.
SGA just got rid of it before the travel.
Oh,
Holmgren is stripped. Brown out of the pack with a rock. He got fouled.
That's a take foul.
Thunder and Celtics top 2 field goal percentage defenses in the NBA. Also top 2 in scoring defense. Pritchard pesters Williams. Leads to a steal for Brown. Right to the rack for his first 2.
Only Tatum on this possession so far. Brown for 3.
But I personally didn't like Tatum working that hard.
Here from tonight, she asked Chris Finch about poor starts for the Timberwolves. They're in the poor start range right now as Brown makes it 11-2. 2-week time frame. This is the end of that first week on Tuesday. So we'll see if it's another week or so. Brown to the basket. Brown on the rebound. Daniels 2 of 8 from the field. Brown got Gobert inside. Timeout Minnesota. Into the camera. Everybody seems to be okay. First lead of the night for Minnesota. Jaylen Brown ties the game right back up. Back the other way. 4-on-5 Boston. Jaylen taking matters into his own hands. Is off. Tatum on the board. Nifty to Brown. We talked about how often they have played together. Jaylen Brown continues just to be option 1 on this Boston team.
Randall and this McDaniel, both those players have picked up their production with Ant-Man being out. Oh, look at that. That touched every inch of that rim.
From 3, Tatum has shot 29%. Trying to get the rust off and get ready for the playoffs. Brown, unbelievable finish. And 1.
Against Burton, shot clock down to 4.
Deep
3. But Shireman, an offensive rebound. A Jaylen Brown reload 3 is in. So a second chance 3-pointer. Grizzlies a 9-2 edge and fast break points. Tatum out of the corner. Brown and Tatum both back on the floor for Boston. Brown driving. Jaylen Brown gives Boston the lead back. Brown against Giroux. Works him into the paint and scores. So he's probably got 7 more on the meter. Brown, a quick turnaround for 2.
One time.
Right.
We need the right hand of Cam Spencer to stay hot.
Be gentle with the dap. Brown with a fadeaway. Out of the timeout, Boston gets a score. Brown going right at him. Jaylen's got to be careful, and that one rattles in for Jaylen Brown. Grizzlies shot just 28% from 3 in the earlier game in Boston. And Brown gets the hometown bounce on the road. Grizzlies is 27% from beyond the arc tonight. Brown into a spin, hooks it up and in.
The thing with Jaylen Brown.
Brown with 4 points, works it inside. He's got 6 now.
Midway point of the first quarter. Tatum with a jab, looking to drive on Porzingis. Kicks it out. Here's Brown. His 3 is good. 2 rebounds for Tatum. He averages 8 per game. Nice back cut. Brown with the stump. White is an excellent passer. Finds him. Golden State going deep into its bench. Hugo Gonzalez, the rookie out of Spain, in for Boston. Shot clock down to 4. Brown getting powering his way to the goal and scoring. Brown attacking, goes right at the chest of post, gets rid of him inside, and scores again. Big first team All-NBA the last 4 years. With a shot clock running down, Jaylen Brown connects from mid-range.
Dave, when you called his...
Actually made the same number of baskets, 22 apiece for Boston and Golden State. Off the bounce, Brown, count it, and a foul. A 3-point opportunity as Jaylen Brown
If there's something to compete for, even if it's a play-in spot, he's looking for it.
3 seconds to go. Brown 7 of 8 from the floor. Gets into the paint and scores again with 0.3 of a second to go.
And speaking of wager, can I make a friendly guess of a wager?
Sure.
About the game and just some accoutrements around? Fade is good again. Steph Curry.
50 games this year after only a handful a year ago. Brown in the lane with the jump stop and the hit on the short fall away. Jaylen Brown, career best, 28 points per game, 5th in the NBA. Rises up and hits at the foul line.
He loves that fadeaway. And this is when they were 1 and 4. Like, he was not panicky. He said, we're all learning. I'm learning personnel. I'm learning how to coach different, stylistically different.
Jaylen Brown at the basket, counted, and a foul. So Brown up to 31 points. Leon's in trouble on the baseline. Tried to hit Yurtsevin, turned it over. Brown on the open floor, and he fumbles it out of play. And then
Jaylen Brown at the rim, not me.
And excellent hands by Brown, one of the best two-way players in the league.
He caught an elbow. He probably caught an elbow. I'm not going to speak on that like that, but he's going to have to come out the game pretty soon.
It's JB. Beat the buzzer. Jaylen Brown from downtown. White and Pritchard deserve a ton of credit for that as the Celtics win the margin. Here is Brown. Nasty.
They're a much different team with him out on the floor. Jalen Green's a better player when he's out on the floor. Ooh.
Jaylen Brown attacking the basket. Celtics have Hauser, Queta, Brown, White, and Pritchard. And they're going right back to what's working. Jaylen Brown for 2, and there is 30 and 31.
I love the fact that currently today.
Just scoring?
Scoring.
Might be in the top 10. So is this guy. Jaylen Brown giving a too little to the rookie Fleming. JB's got it here. Highsmith stays with him. Brown in the paint, rises up. Got the basket. Here goes Pritchard. Brown sees the shot clock, rises up, makes the shot. Brown posting up against the smaller Gillespie. Got to his spot and put it in. Tech to the rim. Tatum secures the rebound. Ran through Green. JT to the hole. Missed the shot. Brown, the offensive rebound. Celtics take the lead. He has really found his place in this Celtics rotation. Jumped the passing lane there. Shireman the intercept. Feeds Brown for 2 more. Yeah, Baylor, you get a thumbs up from the fans here at TD Garden.
Had to throw something up at the end. I would like to see us get in our action a little faster.
Brown! Booker didn't see him coming. 3-on-1. Tatum the Euro. The Jays making plays. Highsmith, another steal. Blocked by Brown. He pinned that on the window. Not really his thing. Here he is on the block for 2 more.
We've had a lot of success with that play.
Brown waits and scores.
He finds open space and just gets the ball there.
5 on the timer for Brown. Got to the elbow and put it in.
That is automatic. I wonder how many of those he's shot in his life.
Brown getting to his spot again. And the home roll is there.
Unreal, man. He's just getting...
There is Brown. 2 more.
Yeah, that's unstoppable, man.
Brown on the dance floor with the rookie Trey Johnson. JB to his left hand and finishes with the right.
Yeah, see, that was actually...
A second, 4 for 6. Made his first 4. Sarr turns it over. Here's Baylor Shireman.
Is 35 of those games because they were up so much. He didn't even play in the 4th quarter.
5 to shoot. Holmgren, shot clock winding down. Oh, it's swatted by Brown. End-to-end action. Jaylen Brown
Brown now defended by Wiggins. Wants to take him off the dribble. Drive and kick. Harper extra. Gonzalez on a bounce, and Brown gets in for the flush. Averaging 17 points, 5.5 assists per game. Dort on the cut. He loses the ball because Brown lodged it away. Pritchard waiting for the cutter. It's Brown! Big time flush! Shireman gets it in for Brown. Celtics are down by 2. Brown trying to step through, pirouettes, fires. Oh, Jaylen Brown got him!
What they did in the first half, play their center on Dort. He's going to have a lot of looks. He's been struggling from 3. Needs to get it going. Boston ties it up.
Brown on a switch. He's got Mitchell now defensively. Brown, fend off, floater. He's got it. Joe goes down. Harper feeds it. Jaylen Brown aggressive. The flip goes. Brown in foul trouble. Gets inside. Kicks it. The Shireman jumper doesn't go. Brown with the offensive board. The putback is good and a foul. And now the newest Thunder player, Jared McCain, is in. Steal. Brown to the cup. And now the newest Thunder player, Jared McCain, is in. Steal. Brown to the cup. Averaging 17 points, 5.5 assists per game. Dort on the cut. He loses the ball because Brown lodged it away. Pritchard waiting for the cutter. It's Brown! Big time flush! Meniscus injury cost him the rest of the season. 5 to shoot. Holmgren, shot clock winding down. Oh, it's swatted by Brown!
Right on the drive. Brown 10 to shoot. Working Vassell inside for 2.
Man, he is so good attacking the rim.
Best in the league is an average of 1.9 per game. Gives you a sense. It's like the B flight in club golf tournament. Finishing 2nd in blocks behind Wemby. Brown to the basket. The challenge and the 2.
Number 1 that keeps him out of the paint and off the glass for the offensive rebound.
Brown turning over Wembanyama. Too good.
That's twice he's kind of gone at Wemby.
Clock at 5. Zone it up a little bit. Brown step back over Castle. 2.
Did you see how he cleared space?
Castle chase out of the corner.
Look at that.
Another one. Mitchell now with 6 points. They've got 8 points from Mitchell. Pritchard. Good ball movement. Brown, 3-pointer. Gets the bounce in every side of the rim.
You don't want something to linger. You don't want something to kind of carry over into the postseason. So you take an extra game here and there just to make sure that you're healthy.
Brown gets inside, fouled, and banks it home. That's a fun matchup, those two. Talk about 2 feisty guards. Brown against Ellis. Pulls up, jumper's good. Jaylen Brown, smooth right there. And so many people throughout the league overjoyed with his return. But right now, the Cavs have turned around what was an awful second quarter. Brown, meanwhile, draws the foul. He's come out aggressive. Brown fakes, Brown drives. Pulls up, creates some space. Brown, that is a patent move for him.
That's the great equal. And it was later in the clock, but they worked for the best shot possible.
They missed 16 threes in a row. Brown trying to create some space. Beautiful looking jumper from Jaylen Brown.
He's won an MVP. He's been top 3 in MVP voting for multiple years. He just understands the game at an elite level.
Jaylen Brown rises up, jump shot's good, and a foul. Schroeder hit him, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
He had run about 3 miles before he made the catch, too. And Jaylen Brown has an answer at the other end. Having an MVP-type season. Here's Tatum. Cross court to Brown, off the pin down. Knocks down the 3. On cue. Tipped out to White. Sees on the run again. Brown elevates and detonates.
You know what you're going to get every single night. He's going to rebound, he's going to defend, he's going to leave it all out there.
Jaylen Brown putting some muscle in his hustle and 1. Flag moving his feet well. Buy 1, get 1 free for Jaylen Brown. It's a Denver suburb, I'm thinking, right?
Yes, it is.
Man, they took Flagg's cornbread. Tatum on the lob. Not a great delivery, but Brown there to clean it up.
On the drive as the crowd chants Jason Tatum. JT's got the rebound. He's made 5 shots in a row. Gives it up to Brown this time, and he banks it in.
Brown in a rush. Oh, what a cross step.
That was a beautiful move.
It's a Denver suburb, I'm thinking, right?
Yes, it is.
Man, they took Flagg's cornbread. Tatum on the lob. Not a great delivery, but Brown there to clean it up.
Christie trying to keep it alive. Brown says, I'll take that. And an amazing play by Flagg for the steal.
Somebody.
Court side. He's talking to someone on the Celtics bench. Brown pulls it, sticks it over Bridges.
Diabate got a little Ben Wallace.
Yeah. Oh! That's right! No answer for that! The gravedigger Jaylen Brown trying to spark the Celtics.
I can't wait till the rematch of this game. I mean, we won't be surprised at that point. I think we're a little bit surprised.
Brown gets it back to 20. Bridges with some space. Nice shot. Here is Brown.
It is so imperative that we finish this half strong.
Oh, Jaylen Brown will not be denied. He was the 34th pick in the draft. Some people thought the Celtics might take him at the end of the first round. Made a good call with Hugo Gonzalez, clearly. Oh, Jaylen Brown sidestepping to the basket. Ball missed a floater on this end. Vucevic the rebound. Brown goes right at the rookie Knipple and gets to the hole.
And Vucevic gives you another offensive option on the floor.
He gives you space as well. So if he's making shots like that, right, he's going to give you space.
Next year in Phoenix.
My money's on Reds. My money's on Reds.
No, I've been dethroned because I got.
And Kane in the rebound for Boston. Boston 2 of 3 from 2, 1 of 9 from 3, and Brown takes matters into his own hands. Gonzalez chases down. Brown on the attack. At our angle, you can see Jaylen Brown's eyes. Tuesday night, as he calls the Spurs and Sixers game that we'll have for you here on NBC and Peacock, a throwback night. But this is the best half he has had in his NBA career. 3 to shoot, Brown. But now is the question, here as we enter the final quarter of the season, will Jaylen Brown have Jason Tatum as a teammate on the floor down the stretch? Brown says too small. And how Philadelphia is really strong, especially Maxey at the end of quarters. 3-point play there. Brown gets 2, back for Boston.
Brown the rebound, that's his 6th to go with 25 points and 9 assists. The step back. Oh!
And folks, that was for the 2-for-1.
First half stats by Jason Stone Injury Lawyers, official injury law firm of the Boston Celtics. Injured? Better phone Stone.
We are still stroking it from outside. You see it right there.
1. He's already got 11 points in this first half. Step it back. Knock it down.
Big time.
Traore trying to deal with Pritchard. Brown buries a 3. Here is Brown. Oh, they parted the seas.
Celtics right now are just basically saying, guys, you got to guard your yard. No help defense on the drive.
Brown flying in for 2 more. Late shot clock for Brown. Rises up and banks it in a thicket of defenders. One off a career high for a first quarter. Brown drives it to his left hand. Into traffic, it doesn't matter.
3 guys on him.
Love seeing that. Brown, the tough fade away from the baseline's money. Yeoman's pass into an area. Brown ahead of steam. He sprinted after that one. Finds the cutting Queta for two. On the block, Vucevic. Good matchup for him against the rookie Yeoman, but missed it from point-blank range. Brown got a hand on the pass and saved it. What a play by JB. So the Celtics respond with an 8-0 run of their own. Traore rejected by Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's not going to be surprised that time.
Baseline, one more to a wide open Brown. Lines up the seams, and it's wet. Shireman with the board. Another Celtic offensive rebound.
Shireman is such a good rebounder, often coming from the corners where he's facing the floor.
Jaylen Brown looking for the call, won't get it, but he did get the bucket.
In the regional final as a starter, and talked about the opportunity, getting the opportunity.
Vucevic out top, down to Brown. Brown walks Christian Brown to his spot, and that jumper's wet. He's been conspicuous by his offensive silence so far here in the first half. Just one field goal. Brown on the tween, pulls up on the midi, got it. That's his first bucket of the quarter, Jay. Jokic missing again from deep. Jokic now 1 of 4 from downtown. Brown on his foray to the bucket, count it. With a commanding lead and under 6.5 minutes to go. Second side action to Brown, blocked by Jaylen Brown.
I think that's his third block in this game.
And rebounded by the Nuggets. Jones on the break. Tried to take off, but had it knocked away out of bounds. Here's KJ Simpson out of Colorado. Went to get his own miss, couldn't. And here come the Celtics led by Pritchard.
More for the MVP as opposed to just going with Shea and Jokic.
Speaking of, JB, 4-3. You two teaming up on the voice. I look forward to it. I am, as they would say, I am seated for that. 2 for 1 opportunity. Brown will take it for 3. Wow. He hits. Let's see if they can follow through. There's a stop, but an offensive rebound. Brown on the reload. Bottom, a 3. Second chance taken away. Jaylen Brown with a free run to the rim.
Good defense, one-on-one. If you're Shireman, you could play against Luka, and still that's not enough.
Brown with the adjustment.
We had a lot of room to work with. His head was at the rim.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Brown fend off and bucket.
Fresh body, Brown.
Pritchard with a big arm. Brown, jab, fend off. Brown got the bucket. Pritchard has turned into an inferno since coming back to a bench role. Joe Mazzulla says he's comfortable there. He just knows what the game needs. So does this guy. Jaylen Brown on the push away. Playing with 4 fouls. He goes right to work. It's like Queta went through the basket. They're not going to call the goaltend. Back the other way. Here comes Brown in transition. And he finishes plus the foul.
Wow. Look at the point of picking up defensively. Another steal, the third by Brown here.
Shireman on the perfect feed from Brown, and a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Hey, Pritchard! That was nasty! And a steal for Brown. Off to the races against James. Doncic caught up and missed it. Vucevic had it ripped away, and Laravia saves it. Second chance taken away. Jaylen Brown with a free run to the rim.
5 times overall, sizing up Podziemski, behind the back, Brown, 2 more. This is Pritchard, working on Horford, forced to give it up. Here is Brown, down the lane, got the lay.
You're able to set your feet and prepare for the shots that are coming. That might help Golden State.
Brown inside, more pain points for the Celtics. They're now 9 for 27 from downtown. Brown to the rack. Bucket and the foul. Looking for a double-digit advantage. Brown. Oh, the spin and the lay. A early 5-1 advantage for the Warriors. Brown. Now a 5-time All-Star right to the rack. White. Over to Brown. Brown faded away. Well, this Boston squad, this isn't just a cute story.
No.
They're a problem.
Real, very real.
Brown with the reverse leg. What a difference a year makes. That was Al Horford with the Warriors backing down Nikola Vucevic of the Celtics. Boston has scored on 4 straight possessions. Brown splitting the defense, found the angle for 2.
Even with Draymond in that deep drop.
Now Brown to the dance floor against Williams. It's good again. Brown does not hesitate. Bullseye on a 3.
How great has he been?
JB, man on a mission. After the IVN one, Brown gets 2 back on this end.
35 years old, he understands exactly what his role is going to be with this team. So he pays attention. You have to pay attention to where you're going to get your shots and where you need to be at offensively to help the spacing.
His journey has brought him to Chicago. Brown, the size advantage, and he uses it on Sexton. Super athletic player. Missed his first shot there. Brown turns the corner with force and drops it in. After they only scored 89 against the Knicks, that was a season low. 37% from the floor. That'll help from Jaylen Brown.
Effort and energy. I love that.
White goes down as Sexton drives. Brown ends up with a rock. JB after the cross, all the way to the hole.
Celtics are on very thin ice. They need to settle this game down on the offensive end.
Brown finishes, and a chance for 3. Brown pedals it in and able to cup it off glass with the left hand. Here's Brown accelerating, Lang plus the foul. 129 lead on the Celtics, 3rd of 4 meetings between these teams this season. 501st meeting all time as Brown, Hugo Gonzalez on the rebound. Brown with some space, veers inside, and a soft toss home. Trailed by 17 in the first half today. Brown, he got it. Jaylen Brown just too smooth. Joe Mazzulla excited about what he's going to be able to bring in the post for this team as Brown drops it in. It's 6 assists. In the history of the New York Knicks, there are just 2 other such seasons. Richie Guerin had one, Julius Randle the other. Alvarado the runner, can't finish. Shireman muscles the board, pedaling ahead. Brown up under and in. Couldn't finish it. Keita a factor defensively. Brown dances around, hard for the easy lay. About a 5-second difference game in shot clock. Brunson draws 2, has it deflected, there's the stop. Keita thought Walsh might have caught wrist reaching in there on
he did.
time. Yeah.
He had the ball initially and then...
Keita with the offensive board. Nice find to Brown, over Wiggins. Bullseye on a 3. The Brown dribble, now Hauser. Back out to JB. 5 to shoot, Jaylen Brown right to the hole. But I've had enough of this.
Yeah, he's the only one not really moving.
7 offensive rebounds for the Celtics in this first half, but it hasn't helped him on the scoreboard. Oh, Brown caught Wiggins asleep. Right to the hole and a big punch. Has it rattle out. Jaylen Brown has been the guy, and he still is.
And he can get to any spot. Oh, here's the side one that I want.
Vucevic sets it for Brown, rolls to the basket. JB goes there as well and scores.
See, the side pick and roll, it's too much ground for Ware to...
For 5. Brown switched down to Fontecchio. 21 for Jaylen.
Some
shots.
First half stats by Jason Stone Injury Lawyers, official injury law firm of the Boston Celtics. Injured, better phone Stone, and Jaylen Brown, he's doing. Brown, ISO against Bam, gets it to go, plus the foul. Mitchell missed the shot, Vucevic the rebound, he's got 4 of those, a couple assists and a couple of points in 11 minutes. Jaylen Brown.
That was amazing. That was amazing. An amazing win.
Brown lost the handle. Mitchell picks it up for Miami. One-on-one with Pritchard. The Euro. And Jaylen Brown comes out of nowhere.
Brown has one of those. Dancing on Marshall. Step back tray. It goes! Jaylen Brown feeling it early in Dallas. Brown.
Man,
on a 3.
He has been a one-man wrecking crew.
Comes up short to Chicago in place of Nikola Vucevic. Flag hat ripped. Jaylen Brown with a steal and an easy lane to the bucket. 31-10, 3 and a steal for Brown so far. Give him 33. For Brown, he's had a better understanding of when to get his teammates involved in Joe Mazzulla's eyes and when to do this. Take over mode as a scorer.
And now make that 27.
Brown, drive. Oh, the patience from Brown. He lost 2 in the process to put it through.
And you know what he's going to kind of do offensively. I think he's evolving into that. But defensively, you can bring that effort on every play, which he's done. That's his motor.
For 2. Shireman. Miscommunication. Wasn't a clean handoff, but Brown has it regardless. Stops, pops, gets 2 more. Boston beginning to build this cushion as Dallas has gone cold offensively. Kelly trying to step up defensively on Brown. Brown likes the matchup, the fend off, and the bucket. That's where he becomes virtually unstoppable.
Get to his spot. Oh, look at this. Talk about getting to your spot.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh, my goodness. This is shaping up.
This is a Boston team that certainly looks different and plays different than what we've seen from Joe Mazzulla's teams in the last couple of years as Brown starts 2 for 2.
That's the one he wanted right there.
Brown's physical, and he got it over the top of Flag to drop. How? Use it where the offense is going to be. Uses the screen. Marshall inside. Knocked away by Garza. Another turnover. Bounce. Brown. Attack. Stop. And finish. Tough one in traffic for Jaylen Brown.
Something to do with the knee.
Brown working against Martin on the outside. Brown. Oh, the hesitation to bank it home. Brown thought about it. Back to White. Half the shot clock on for Jaylen Brown. Got position, can't get the bucket, and he follows his miss.
The pride of Newport, Maine, grew up a big Celtics fan. He got his cookies taken by Jaylen Brown for the first deuce of the game.
You know, you guys don't think Jaylen Brown knows?
White cross court to Brown, catch and shoot 3 on the way. Laces the 3. Jaylen Brown again.
But Joe Mazzulla holds everyone accountable, starting with him.
Jaylen Brown does it on the floor in terms of accountability with his teammates as well.
That are having the best season for their teams. He is tops of that list.
On cue, Brown lacing another 3. Good defense by Rollins, chesting that dribble. Pritchard trying to burrow his way in. Brown lines up the seams, and it's wet. Carl Subban, I was at York University, he was at Lake University. He was a heck of an undersized power forward. Brown with the layup.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have
Gonna
no
chase
idea.
it here?
I have no idea.
There's your pistol 5. Pritchard.
Okay, so pistol action is the 5 comes up, catches the ball. Now the guard has the opportunity to come off or dribble handoff with the corner. So that's what pistol 5 is. But the issue is everybody's got a different pistol 5.
Gotcha. Well, at least we know what Boston's pistol 5 is.
Well, pistol action is that, but you just don't know what the numbers indicate.
Brown partially blocked. They're going to call goaltending. It'll come back the other way. Jaylen Brown heating up here in the second half. Up to 20 points and 9 rebounds. Portis got hit with a screen. Brown with a little jelly at the rim.
against Rollins. Got downhill, tough pull-up. Buy one, get one free, Jaylen Brown.
Taking all of that out of the game just makes it a numbers game, and that's not how the game of basketball is supposed to be played.
Situational. Brown, 2 for 2 here in the third quarter.
Those people don't know basketball. Okay. Those people don't know. Those are numbers people.
Brown with the fadeaway. Kate off the elbow. Been a quiet first half for Jaylen Brown so far. Like I said, it's been a quiet first half. That's just his second field goal. Portis against Brown, squares up, got it knocked away. Jaylen Brown with some staunch defense. Pritchard.
C.J. McCollum comes up short. Good defense from Hauser. Brown in attack mode. Daniels got a hand on it. The basket counts. It's a goal tip.
Jeez.
That's the kind of night it is. Brown gets 2 as we're in the final 5 minutes, presented by Eastern Bank. As that switch you were talking about. Brown defended by Kennard. He directs traffic. Now he makes his move. Stops on a dime and puts it in. Going to work on Daniels again. Tough fadeaway from Jaylen Brown.
That's against one of the best on-ball defenders this league has.
Hauser comes to screen. Kispert now on a switch. Brown determined to get a shot off and hits.
Alexander Walker missed it. Jaylen Brown is fouled. Will the basket count? Yes, it will on the continuation. Nice move from Jaylen Brown. Spins into the lane. He got hacked and scored. 3 steals already, and then Simons rips it right back. Brown on the other end into the body of Koloko for 2.
That's right. That's right.
How can you forget?
That's right.
He quietly puts up huge plus-minus numbers. Celtics turn it over again. Kennard runs the break, and Brown wipes it away.
Sissoko just trying to do everything that Toumani Camara does. And says he emulates his every move. Right now, Jaylen Brown can emulate whoever he wants. 3-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Williams to the curling Brown. Kamara's there defensively. Jab, Brown. Jab, Brown. Brown just continues to produce in the mid-range. Because they've lived through it and they've had to hear all the noise for all the years that they got so close to winning a title, as Brown delivers again. They are... Brown picked up by Camara with 10 to shoot. Dancing, driving, the fend off again, and this time it goes.
It'd be cool for the city, but not sure if he'd actually do that for his Broncos, but of course he just wants a good game. And so do we, so he's on NBC.
Yeah, well, listen, that is a tough, conflicted type of viewpoint here in Boston. Something that Jaylen Brown has been openly vocal about as he tries to force the issue and floats one home.
Right there, taking advantage.
Around, loves 3, short. Brown off to the races. Clingan trying to stay with him. Brown to the rim, and he's shielded for the bucket. Portland, one of the better rebounding teams in the NBA, 8th in the league in total rebounds per game, but they're great on the offensive glass. Another turnover leads to a Brown leak out. They left the basketball. Rosters as just a sophomore. Holiday tried to lob it up to him. He tripped, Clingan did, on Pritchard's foot.
Yeah, Clingan thought he maybe got pushed and delivered.
21 points, nearly 22 actually per game, as Clingan just sends one back at Kata. It ends up with Brown.
That was more of a three-point shooter, challenging Robert Williams III.
And this is where he really thrives.
They're going to shoot a high volume of those three-pointers, but they're good looks for them. They just haven't converted.
Holiday in traffic. Clingan had it stripped by Brown. No real numbers. Brown peeks around, finds the cutter late. It's White for the deuce.
Wow. That's when you have a big lineup, you can do that.
White.
He turns it over. He's got to slow down. He's trying to do too much with the ball.
It's been the case most of this year. Hauser extra feed for a Jaylen Brown. He did not play last night in that double OT game. It was for veterans rest. Jaylen Brown is dealing with some hamstring tightness after his triple-double last night, and he hits a triple.
because you may need that later on in the game. It's too early right now, unless it was definitive.
Here's Brown into Buzelis, and he leads.
And, you know, I think it gave us a lot of confidence and our group a lot of momentum. You know, it's like you play in those games, and then you realize like the playoffs is a whole other ball game, and that series just really shaped our.
Brown over Kobe White. The 62 they made in the previous three is the most they've made in any three-game span in their 60-year franchise history. Foul and one. Jaylen Brown against Herter with a chance at a three-point play.
Now, if you're Isaac Okoro, you've got to help on that situation.
Tactical coach. He reminds me a lot about Eric Spoelstra, who matches up very well with whatever you put out there.
Well, and he's also, the Celtics also is an extent. Like, well, I played with MJ, but what it was like to call those games, coming as me now as a broadcaster, and just what was it like watching Michael Jordan every night? And Red said no, it was like.
Back to the perimeter. Good job by Smith again on defense.
Stay down.
Brown guarded by Buzelis. Step back jumper. A rainbow goes down.
Well, you can see he's on a different mode.
Smith. Kobe White on the drive. In the paint. Flips it up. No, Smith, no! Shot clock is off. Here comes Brown. Boston down two. Brown to the cup. Lays it in to tie the game. Brown flies in for the rebound.
Tough shot that time by Kobe White.
Brown, he got grabbed by Smith, and somehow he finished it with the left hand.
Either three.
His third of the night. He's gone 19 consecutive games with making at least one. He's in a trio of triples this evening. Brown glides to the cup. Remember, no Trey Jones tonight. He was diagnosed with a left hamstring strain.
That hurts. That's a big miss for the Bulls.
So the Bulls lose a ball handler, great on-ball defender. Here's Brown in transition. He lays it in on the left. Brown has had a bunch of these 30-point games as of late. Remember, he had 50 at the beginning of the month, tying his career high against LA. Here's White penetrating, and he lost it. Another Kobe White turnover. Here's Buzelis. Into Brown, using some strength, but that's good defense by Jaylen Brown.
From the floor, and they continue to make life difficult for him as they have all night. Here he is on the outside. He'll load up the three, and he knocks it down. 4% from three. Michael Porter Jr. leads the way with 13 points, 12 for Brown and for Hauser. Make it 15 now for Brown as he comes out of the third quarter and drains his. That would be inopportune, maybe.
Okay, Thesaurus.
That's a Strawberry. Danny Wolf will check in next dead ball for Brooklyn. Around the horn it goes. It's Brown. It's a three by Porter. Brown wants to go to work again. Dancing, crossing, driving, and finishing. Understanding how to find angles for himself to then also help his teammates. Brown, that is his game. And these look like some tired legs on both sides right now as Brown dances all the way to the rim and has a chance for three. Lob it inside, a little too high for Claxton. That's a turnover. 5-on-4 for Boston if they hurry. And Brown will all the way for two.
It has been an issue. Points off turnovers for Boston.
Ends up with Brown on the outside. Attacks on Clowney, double comes, bounce it. Queta, patience, and he banks it home.
And good rotations, good help. That's just a nice move and decision by Queta. As you mentioned, not getting sped up off that catch and pass.
Lob it inside, a little too high for Claxton. That's a turnover. 5-on-4 for Boston if they hurry. And Brown will all the way for
Simons the rebound. Shovel it out to Pritchard. Hauser over to Brown. It's good on a triple. I love that play. Lemhard 0 for 5 from downtown tonight. Look at Brown. Will not be denied. It rolls home.
He's getting held, bumped. 35 of 35.
That's the Celtics record, most makes without a miss.
It's like going all the way back to the 90s.
Jaylen Brown through contact. Celtics rebounding has been much improved since the beginning of the season. Brown gets right to the block and scores again.
It feels like in a game like this, Jaylen Brown could do that every possession.
This number shooting in the paint outside the restricted area. His game has reached a new level. Brown is fouled, and the basket counts. Brown operating against Furphy. Up top for two. Jaylen Brown so smooth.
Yeah, everything he...
Brown going to Jackson. Moves him off his spot. Fadeaway is pure. Smooth. Oh yeah, Brown jumps the passing lane. It's a pick six for JB. And they could have called a foul on Nembhard too.
Said Indiana has a possession where they just move that ball back and forth.
Oh, Jaylen Brown right back at you. Trying to get it down to the low 30s. Brown makes his move, blocked by Potter, got it back and scored. Jaylen Brown.
Hauser, perfect body position on that defense.
Underrated defender Sam Hauser. Brown attacks Furphy, takes him to the basket.
When he gets going to his right hand.
Oh yeah, Brown jumps the passing lane. It's a pick six for JB. And they could have called a foul on Nembhard too. JB jumped the passing lane, he got it right back. So you make up for a turnover.
Derek White described what it's like to play for a Division II school, and Josh Minot gave everyone a tour of his tattoos.
Robbie, I had a perfect angle of Cade's eyes. He saw that play unfold from half court.
And how about how hard that pass is with one hand?
Jaylen Brown the answer. Help from the screen from Queta. Buys it. Brown's got another one.
I guess 3 is better than 2.
That's another monster screen from Queta.
Shot clock down to 5. Jaylen, quick step, body.
That's incredible.
Wow. Brown turns the corner on Holland. Body control, left hand.
That was so tough. Talk about that 57% at the rim.
That defense creating offense for the Pistons. Now they'll look to run a little bit tonight. Brown wheels, deals, uses his body off the glass and in.
Yeah, one of the best in the league at getting downhill and playing off 2 feet just like that.
Derek White. Brown with the spin, right past Harris, floats in the lane, bucket again.
Jaylen Brown's conditioning is unbelievable. Tough to get one-on-one from the top.
Brown right back at you.
Oh, what a shot fake.
Levert in the air, roll and good. Holland trying to stay with Brown. Crowd thought he got away with a push. Step back bucket.
But the ref didn't call the hand check, so they're not going to call the push off. Jaylen Brown putting on a show.
Right wrist contusion, not quite 100%, but he's getting close. Brown, little fadeaway in the lane, up and good.
That's Jaylen.
Like you're sending resources to try to cover some things up, but you can really pay the price with the way that Boston shoots it.
Good pursuit by Jaylen Brown. He twirled his finger.
A three-point play to make it 87-53. Celtics head to Detroit after this one. Hawks home on MLK Day at 1 p.m. when the Milwaukee Bucks come in. In fact, they're already here. Onyeka missing and the rebound to Queta. Bucks are going to spend the weekend here. Get ready for that Monday game at 1 o'clock. Brown. Oh, boy, he's got it going again. 32 now for Jay. 16-13 Boston. Brown. He's going to have to ice that elbow at halftime.
And if you're Luke Kennard, you got to understand.
Lay in by Jaylen, gets him another hoop and a...
Celtics on top by 23 points. Brown on the attack, flips it up and in. Jaylen Brown putting on a show in his hometown.
You saw Jaylen try to get there, was able to get over Nikhil. He didn't have anything, kicks it out to Onyeka Okongwu.
Brown, 22. Jaylen. And one. That interrupts a 10-2 Boston spurt. Brown inside. Tough shot against Onyeka.
And tough move. He was able to get downhill and put his body. I'm glad you took a shot at Nick there because he knew that he just knew from come off this West.
No one goes unscathed. Here's a jumper, and Jaylen now with 41. Jaylen Brown working on a huge night. Left elbow for 27.
Jaylen Brown, what a job he's done this year. This is supposed to be a down year for the Celtics. They made all the changes, and you don't have Jason Tatum. Right now, that's about Jaylen Brown. As he puts up another one and scores. Get that three ball running. Celtics do a good job on closing out.
Brown dominating the Boston offense here in the first quarter. Here comes Jalen Johnson, and that pesky Derek White comes up with the steal. Brown again, in tight this time to score. Covered by Shireman. Brown on the reverse.
Good move by Brown, was able to get on that backside.
Jaylen Brown, 29. Chicago had it stripped. Simons whips it ahead to Brown.
C.J. McCollum on the ISO on Brown.
9 shots out of 15 in the quarter belong to Brown. C.J. McCollum denied.
He's 3 of 4 from downtown. Hauser. Jaylen Brown. He got it. And you can hear the Celtics fans playing with the 1 foul. 18-4 Miami's lead. The Heat have scored 15 straight. A run that just comes to a close on 2:38 left. Jaylen Brown. Oh, that felt too easy for Brown. 4 times in the conference final. And the Heat won 3 of them. Jaylen Brown rolls it in.
Complete your defensive possession. You got to come up with the loose ball. And the initial effort, it's got to be multiple efforts for the Miami side.
Jaylen Brown goes bottoms up. 9 points now for Brown.
Miami a plus 12 in fast break points. Brown gets the roll.
6 shot.
High-ranked defensive unit on the Celtics side down the floor consistently in transition.
Jaylen Brown had 5 turnovers when these clubs met in Boston. Already has 3 tonight. That's his second.
I prefer playing on back-to-back to get a better chance to play.
Brown, great move to the basket.
I don't know how that could happen. You know.
Rebound to Pritchard. And Powell is still down on his back, down at the offensive end. Brown sneaking through. A couple of third-quarter scores.
Brown the step back. Jaylen Brown, it's your show.
San Antonio is really a handsy team out here.
Brown, no hesitation. It's good. Another 3. Brown rising fire and connects for 3. Brown switched on to Wembanyama.
Whoa.
Steps it back. Oh my goodness! What are we watching? Pritchard goes to work. Brown has to fire. Oh! Lays it in on the alien.
I feel like that ball is in the air.
He can catch fire instantly.
Castle's tough.
Yeah, Brown looking for the call. Didn't get it, but made the shot. 7 with the Spurs because he said, I want to be a third of the player Tim Duncan was. I love multiples and factors. Break it all down. Number 7 for the Celtics is pretty good too. Jaylen Brown's got the first deuce.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
Brown, left hand.
Great attack.
Brown with 4. Celtics have a 1-point lead. It's a 6-0 run. Castle threw it right to White. Great positioning from the microprocessor. Drops it off to Brown, and he banks it in. Brown around the Queta screen, snakes it to his right hand, attacks his old teammate and scores. Because of Luke, not because of Wemby.
Of course.
Late shot clock. Simons out to Brown. Cash. And Brown yanks down the rebound, his 8th. Or 7th rebound. Go with 7 assists and 19 points. Jaylen Brown caught a body. 2 points, 2 boards, and an assist in the first 2 minutes for JB. Nice move. Jaylen Brown rocks the rim. Brown missed the layup. Barrett goes down, might have turned an ankle. He's in a lot of pain. Brown all the way and 1-on-1.
Just trying to make a play out there and help my team win. Joe Mazzulla knows just how remarkable this is. As Jaylen Brown takes it to the rack one more time.
We got some athletic guys coming off the bench. Oh, nice move.
Brown will not be denied. Lays it in with the left.
And David Adelman told us before the game that he's aware of the pitfalls of this being, you've been on the road for 2 weeks. You want to get back to Denver.
As Brown connects on a three, giving him 33 points to make it a 9-point game.
He's certainly in the conversation, midway point, nearing the midway point of the season for sixth man.
Brown rising, hitting again. Jaylen Brown with 13 points in 7 minutes.
It's good news to hear Angels report that it's going to be a few weeks for Jokic because obviously Denver needs him to win. But also when you think about it, as Brown hits a three.
And Keita averaging 8 rebounds per game and 10 points gets the board. Here's Brown on the pull-up, drains a three.
Just so confident shooting that basketball.
Playing just his 8th NBA game. He missed all of last year due to injury.
Brown short on the triple try, batted to White. Brown puts it on the deck and flies to the rim.
Has not been able to get untracked here in the fourth quarter in crunch time, but he's able to score there and will go to the foul line to try to get his 30th point.
Again, you just run action. I love the resilience of this Denver team.
10th assist for Murray, averages 7 on the year, a league best.
Well, that was a tough shot by Brown. Brown trying to get downhill and rolls home as Jamal Murray took a shot inadvertently from Brown. On the turnaround, Jaylen Brown gets it to roll home.
Timeout by David Adelman. And that fade away, folks, has been incredible footwork and great confidence to do what he just did.
Speaking of footwork, on the fall away, Jaylen Brown up to 15 points already.
The efficiency and the involvement of his teammates, the balance between scoring, navigating, and playing defense.
And he is one of the best defensive players in the league. Spence,
which matches Patrick Ewing. Simons zips it out to Brown. That's good, and he knew it right away. JB. Brown finds him. Right back to JB, defended by Okoro. One of the best screeners in the league, Luka Garza, gets him set up against Nikola Vucevic. Brown comes up short, got his own miss, attacks the basket. To compete for championships, it did feel like lip service to a lot of people outside the organization, fans, media, whatever. They actually believe that, and they're coming out and backing it up. Season, 8th-year pro from West Virginia. Brown. Tough one over a corrective tenured coach in the league behind Eric Spoelstra, your boy, and Steve Kerr. Brown after the pump, slow plays it, and beautiful touch.
For the first 3 quarters, now not finding the bottom of the net for the Clippers. Brown in the corner, tough three, tough for some. 44 for Jaylen Brown.
And Brown thought he was...
Good defense by Jones. Brown, the leaping leaner, you've got to be kidding me. 39 for Jaylen Brown. And we're still in the third with 4 minutes to play. Brown the three. Oh my goodness. Brown with 34.
You see that over and over again, those 50-50 balls. Who's getting there first?
Oh, and the Celtics get rewarded.
Collins is the one that's keeping the Clippers around Boston right now, with Boston having that hot hand.
White using Keita as a shield. Brown, the catch and shoot three. It's good. You don't really see this type of energy from a team on the road as long as they've been on the road for. Brown. This is the Tyus career high. There it is. 50 for Jaylen Brown.
Passed by Gunn that time. Fired it underneath the basket. Saw the big man stand there wide open.
It's been Collins and essentially Derek Jones. They have combined to go. As Brown puts it in again. And it is short. Simons the rebound for Boston. Kawhi tonight, 5 of 12. The Celtics have made his life very difficult, and so has Jaylen Brown. 30 to play in the third. Brown.
into the paint, a patient attack.
When they make that decision.
Brown accelerates on Collins, pulls up in the mid-range, knocks it down. Brown with 22.
Playing out of the world basketball.
Harden. Three may have been blocked. Right place, right time again. This time it's Derek to his feet, but it's an advantage right now for Boston. Brown, the floater, takes advantage. Utah the other night, the Jazz did make a run, but the youngsters helped bring the game home for Toronto as Brown knocks down his second basket. And this, at the start of the streak, Kawhi mentioned he's going to be more active from above the arc. He's been true to his word in his last.
Jaylen Brown, 6 rebounds to go along with 14 points. Make it 17 as Brown knocks down the 3.
And so let's see if there's an adjustment and they stop kind of sagging off.
Brown on the inside gets his first bucket. Ellis now on the switch out with Brown. Nice shade over there by Max. Brown falling. Jaylen Brown, I'm going to say he got hit on the arm.
He may not be able to get to it and corral it in, but he tips it out for that assist.
Well, the shots are falling. Brown has turned it up. It was 7 assists. Jazz need to stop in a big way. Free throw line jumper on a step back. Jaylen Brown taking this game. Queta back to White. Here's Jaylen Brown. Little wiggle against Market and stays in his face. The jumper. Oh, he got that one to. They switch Marketing. Now Jaylen Brown one-on-one with the rookie. Boy, he just put a shoulder down on him. Takes the shot and hits.
On 2 feet if you're going to pass that ball.
Jazz turn it over for the 6th time. They give up a bucket to Jaylen Brown. 8-1 run by Utah. Key just passed it right to Jaylen Brown. Flip, trying to run with him. Marketing was a lone man.
He should rarely, almost never be able to get that rebound.
Stolen. Brown. Nurkic trying to squeeze it.
Gonzalez a screen. Kamara playing with 5 fouls, remember. Brown gets separation, leans in, and he scores a 3. Pritchard tried to screen. Murray over the top of the pick, right with Jaylen Brown. Between the wickets, step back 3, got it. Not for lack of defense or attentiveness. He sees again 2 defenders. Now he's got the determined Murray on him, on his hip. Gets some separation. Flips and scores.
Because while Jaylen Brown takes all the mid-ranges, the Blazers as a team, they have the highest rate of field goal attempts at the rim to then keep it in play and then let his teammates do the rest.
Brown comes right back, corkscrews in deep, and then fades. Queta will step out on a handoff to Brown. Trying to get a piece of Avdia does. Allowing Brown a 15-footer. Bagged it.
Lost.
Here comes Brown up the floor. Come on! Powers his way right down the chute for a 2-pointer. He's 6 of 9. He has 12. Denny 3 assists. Came in averaging nearly 7 a game to go with 7 boards and 26 a night. Jaylen Brown right now is stuck on automatic. 5 of 6 from the field. Pritchard handles up top. He's shooting 33% from 3. 8 attempts a game. Out on the wing, a deep 2. And this is...
They beat the Lakers on Christmas night yesterday.
The Lakers didn't have much of a chance.
And Jaylen Brown has his 8th straight 30-point game. Had a back injury that kept him out of training camp. Missed the first 24 games due to injury as Brown hits a 3.
That's a step-back 3.
Jaylen Brown against Thompson.
Stay there and be ready to help. He likes this side of the floor.
Shot clock at 8. White picks it up, cross court. Brown fading and hitting.
Pretty close to the shot that he made.
Andrew Nembhard has 13. Averages 17 on the year. That's the number 3 score for the Pacers, and Jaylen Brown.
White the inbounder. Brown fading away. Oh, yeah! What a shot! He was trying to body bump Jaylen Brown, which is not always a good idea. Pritchard, the step back in the paint. Garza got a hand on that one. Sets up JB for three. Furphy blocks. Brown got a piece of it in the corner. Three more on the stop and pop. There's the Celtics record for threes in a fourth quarter. Brown steps to the side, knocks down the triple right off the bench.
Cade went to the bench in favor of Detroit.
He's got a funny.
Brown, big one.
And Boston just won't guard. If they don't think you can shoot, they just will not guard you.
Thompson, guard him down there. Double comes, trying to get it out of his hands. One to shoot, another block by Brown.
It's been Derek White and Jaylen Brown. They're just single-handedly kind of just keeping them around, keeping them afloat. You can't play with this team.
Levert, snatch, drive, fade, and wow, thought he got it clean. We'll trigger in. Off the handoff, spray out. Harris, too strong. Follows his own. Harris had it knocked away.
And he's sliding those pups right there.
Cal Kuzma defending Brown. Clutch.
He can bail you out. He can make timely baskets. You can give him that ball in that situation, and it's going to be a good opportunity.
Boy, these guys make it look easy. Couple of working guys on this team, and a turnover that time on that possession. The Celtics will look for the three-pointer. Both of these teams will. Jaylen Brown.
Brown, shot clock down. He's going to make a move.
That's Cater for offensive rebound.
Three is good. 20 points tonight.
With that unit.
Back in 2024, here's Brown, and that three is good.
They trust in Jaylen Brown to play that defense and have that responsibility, so it may not be that much help.
Raptors down 6, now down 9. He will see Jaylen Brown. The left doesn't go. Scotty his own rebound, up fake, has it knocked away by Jaylen Brown.
And they are all from Austin Reeves.
Brown gets through the first wave and hits again. Heat check for Jaylen Brown.
And he has several spots, but if he's able to get and rise over the defender there, it's going down.
Looking for two in a row, and finding it is Brown. So quiet in the first half. The offensive rebound. 69-47 Celtics. Brown connects for three.
Brown and Cater. Cater rolling to the basket. He wanted Brown to throw it to him. Brown said, let me just make sure I came out of the locker room as hot as I went in. And they get it into Simons. Throws it ahead to Brown. That will do it. Gonzalez's hustle has been good. Celtics trying to take the lead. With Brown! Oh, my goodness! Just those couple of trips, you just see all the talent that Karl Anthony Towns puts on display. Jaylen Brown throws it down, and the Knicks.
Last year, they took 53.6% of their shots as three. It's the highest three-point rate in NBA history as Brown sneaks back door.
He's defending Jaylen Brown. He got the strip. Now McDaniels, one-on-one. Around the block. There you go, JB.
They like to flare Brown off of that screen. There it is. Rips through and drives. Clear pass to the bucket. And the slam. Jaylen Brown. Brown with an almost a steal. 1 minute to go in the half. Cunningham, the midi. Turn battling underneath. Got ripped by Brown.
So it's got to get it over. 21 on the clock.
Yep, Pritchard does that, but he's doubled, finds Brown, who's open for the jam.
Big-time play. Pritchard.
The Clippers infusing some youth in their lineup. They put Nicholas Batum and Brook Lopez out there as Harden's blocked by Jaylen Brown.
Off target, rebounded by Brown.
The grandkids like to play down on the carpet.
Brown escapes and dunks it in. Takes a tumble. Give Dante a break.
Okay.
It's a tough trip you got there. Suggs collects the rebound. Short jumper is good.
He might have thrown that a little behind Wendell.
Brown on the attack for Boston.
Start of the season 0-3 for the first time since the 2013-14 season. Embiid, he had it blocked. Brown, the second defender, and Keita is there.
Guys have got to find their legs with the pressure we're trying to apply.
He has the last 4 points, though, for Boston, and a knockaway by Jaylen Brown hit Mobley's leg and out of bounds.